Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Cyberverse Universe Shadow Striker. You can see her there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put her off the side real quick and look at said box. Yeah, you can see her car mode right there, complete with the exposed engine and all that stuff, and kind of weirdly Cybertronian-esque design. You got Transformers Legacy Evolution, her name, Transformers Generations, Hikar, Tomy, Hasbro, all that stuff. On the side, you have the robot mode, including a nice little close-up of the face. Up here you have, of course, the tech spec QR code if you want that. On the side, of course, you have the line artwork. On the bottom, you have manufacturing stuff and what's included. And on the back, you have copyrights, warnings, and product shots, including the Evo Fusion. Also included in the box, of course, is the instructions, which are pretty straightforward because, thankfully, unlike the original Sideburn, speed breaker mold, it's not stupidly complicated to get transformed. So, Shadow Striker. You can see her there in a robot mode, which kind of has some little oddities, mainly the shoulders. Getting in close, you can see the face there has a nice little monocle thing going on. I guess targeting monocle of some sorts. It looks pretty evil. You got the engine chest. Kind of looks vaguely like a Viper engine, although missing some cylinders. Got a little Decepticon logo right there on her arm. So again, her arms, you can see are really far back because of how she transforms. You got that little bit of silver right there, the red, most blues and blacks, big old plank feet, because that's kind of how things are. And she's got this, I guess, door cape and wheels and all that stuff on the back. So there you go. Also a little bit of purple on the arms as well. Very shiny, metallic purple, which is nice. So there's that. She generally looks pretty good. Again, also, since the original was based off Sideburn, the Sideburn mold way back in the day, we're almost certainly getting a Sideburn, Robots in Disguise Sideburn, so that's pretty cool, although I'm hoping they do some degree of retooling because the car mode is not Sideburn. But anyway, she does come with a couple accessories. One is, the roof panel, which has this little hinge. And the thing about this is you can either attach it to, either arm, really. There's a peg hole in each arm because the hinge can be a little annoying to get pegged in, but you can. Of course, it doesn't help, but it's fighting you the entire way. But yeah, you can peg that in and collapse it like that. One side. You collapse it on one side, or you could attach it to the other side. Like so, it doesn't matter. And the nice thing is it doesn't matter which side you put it on for transformation either. It will work on both sides, which is real nice. You don't have to sit there and transfer it if you feel like on one arm versus the other. She also comes with a gun, which is very similar to Sideburn's gun, except not chromed like crazy. Maybe the Sideburn will get chromed. I don't know. That holds. She can hold that, no problem, like that. She also comes with basically the back bumper of the car, which can be mounted on, again, the arm, like as a bit of a kind of a buckler of sorts, although that's kind of a little ridiculous with the shields. Or you can kind of do the Evo Fusion, which replicates Sideburn's old thing, which is the gun, the missile sticking out of the rear bumper thing. If I could flame. Yeah, you can do that. This peg, the only version is this peg is real shallow, so it doesn't have the greatest grip on it. But, it works. The only thing is missing is a missile. But, hey, yeah, you can do that. You could mount this on the arm as well if you want, although the problem is with that, it's like that. I wish there's this thing right here which prevents you from actually getting it in her hand. I think, actually. Actually, no, wait, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Yeah, you can actually do it like that, too, just like the old one. So you could do that, although without this thing, so it kind of have a bit of looks like almost like a blade right here. So yeah, you can do a whole bunch of stuff with this, which is real nice. That's neat. Anyway, articulation, head, ball joints, the left, right, up and down. Although there's also the ball joints in the neck. So yeah, you get up and down, which is real specific, but yeah, not really waggle. Shoulders because again, they're actually attached to the back and not to the side. So you get forward that far and back that far, outward goes all the way like this. You do have a bicep swivel. Elbows are just about 90 degrees. There is a wrist swivel, which is nice. There is a waist swivel, pretty much unhindered. Hips can go forward that far. If you move these out of the way, the hips can also go back that far. Outward, they can go that far. There's the thigh swivel. Knees can bend that far, a little over 90 degrees. And also there's a tab in point, which is mostly for transformation, but that's fully straightened out legs. And down here at the feet, you do have, I guess, forward, which might be helpful for some stuff. And you have a lot of ankle tilt. One thing I did neglect to mention also is there's a storage for the gun here as well. On the back, on these doors, there's a little peg hole, and you can just, peg the gun into that, and there you go. The gun is stored away. So that's nice. So there you go. Overall, it's the only real problem I have with it is the arms being attached where they are means their arms are really far back. But other than that, she looks pretty solid. I actually generally like her, and I'm hoping that we do get a sideburn of some sort in the future, because I would really like that. And the fact that the shield can be mounted to either removable or mounted to either arm is a real nice thing as well. So that's a big plus. And also, yeah, just generally didn't have a whole bunch of stuff like Sideburn did, because speaking of, it's not Sideburn, but it is Car Robot Speed Breaker. So hey, there's that. You can see, yeah, the the kibble, a little bit of dust too. Yeah, the kibble and everything, and yeah, bit taller, but also lanky and a pain to transform. So I'm gonna have fun transforming that later. If you want to compare it to Sideburn, I do have that. It's still in the box or in the package. I still haven't opened him. Yeah. And also because Legacy here is Earthrise Optimus. Just to give you an idea there. So there you go. Again, I only had one Cyberverse figure, and I don't know where I put him. I don't know where I put my Cyberverse figure, but yeah, I put him down somewhere, and that's probably in a bin somewhere now. Stuff, shuffling stuff around for display, but whatever. Wouldn't have been a great comparison anyway. But there you go. That's Shadow Striker in robot mode anyway. Pretty decent looking. Now, transformation though. First thing, take the gun, put it off the side, and take the bumper and put it off the side. Yes, because a bit of parts forming, you're gonna have to deal with it. Now, first is actually untabbing this backpack right here, right? You want to untab all this and bring it up on this stock and on this stock like that. Now here, the arms, you want to move them out like this, and also just kind of extend that up just to get it out of the way. And then right here, there's hinges. You want to untab the wheels and move these forward like this and like this. Make sure that's all sitting straight, and just make sure those are out like that. Right? It's all sitting out like that. Now down here, what you want to do is take these, bring these down like this, and then it lets you move the chest piece forward like this. Then bring these out like so, and then down in here, the little square panel you want to bring out. Bring that out and up around like so. Bring it up and tap. We'll kind of tap into place like that. And that's that part. Now into legs. Bring the feet forward like this. Then rotate the legs around. Also tab the knees into place like that if they aren't already. Then rotate these around. And right here, what you want to have to do is there's a tab here which will go into a slot right here on the inside of the thigh. So be mindful of that. And actually, it might be useful just kind of bring this up a little bit like that, just to keep it out of the way for a little bit, so you have a little more clearance. Makes things a little bit easier. Let's get that out of the way. And then bring this up and tab that in, and right here, like so. And then right here, there's slots in the feet right here, which will go up into tabs right here on this thing. So you have to tab the feet into the back right there, like so. Now right here, you want to go ahead and bring this down over top of everything. Make sure it's all lining up. This will also, you want to tab this in and tab this in if it didn't already, and make sure, push those down middle, click into place, and everything is nice lined up right there. And make sure this is all straightened out, and then of course take the doors and bring them in and tab them in on each side, like so. Like so. That. Now take the arms, and then this is what I mean when you say it doesn't matter which arm it's on, because they both come down the same place. There's little slots on the arms right here, which will go over tabs right here. You just bring those down, and they'll tab in. supposed to tab in. Might have to give it a good push. And the tab in, this is what I mean. So yeah, if this was on this arm, it would just kind of hinge the other way. No big deal. Yeah, just bring it, tab it in. And you bring this, collapse this in, it'll tab over everything like so. Tab over, like that. And then take the bumper. Make sure it's rotate like this. Taillights on top, and then just tab it into the back. So make sure this is fully tabbed in. Does not like to stay totally seated sometimes, which is a little annoying. And there you go. That is Shadow Striker in her vehicle mode. And yeah, it's kind of, you can see it's a vaguely Cybertronian-esque car feel. And you can see, again, the red from the, actually that is from the crotch. And then you got the kind of this greenish headlights picked out. Again, the engine blocks. You got the nice red tinted windows. Although again, you can see this thing does not like to stay totally tabbed in 100%. And I don't know, it might be because, it might actually be because I have it on the, pulled it off the hinge entirely. But yeah, might simply because, you know, I'm going to try on the other arm. Maybe it'll work better. Might be a weird thing going on there. Let's try it on this arm. Yeah, it works better on this arm for sure. Not much better, but it's just a bit better. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to note. So yeah, it could work on both arms, but it tends to work better on the left arm, I guess. So something to note. But yeah, you also getting on back into what I was saying. Red tinted windows. You got the red tail lights back here with the little gap. Weirdly enough, red and black wheels. The undercarriage, you know, cleans up pretty nicely. She rolls pretty well. So yeah, it's pretty nice little, and you also got some multi-detail like door handles and whatnot. So overall, pretty nice looking. Although I'm hoping, again, this is what reason why I'm hoping, you know, Sideburn, if they, and assuming they're going to do it, which at this point I don't think there's no reason why they wouldn't. I'm hoping they remold the front because, like, yeah, I would hope the front, you know, looks a little more Viper-esque versus this in the long run. I'm really hoping for that. So there's that. And yeah, I'm really hoping for that. Just that the front will look more Viper-esque and whatnot down the line, but we'll see. Or at least just different. Anyway, there's also this, which, you know, unfortunately there's nowhere for it to peg in. Well, at least, well, still with it still being able to roll, except for up here. That's the only place you can peg it in car mode. Anywhere else is just gonna, well, impede its ability to drive. I was hoping maybe this, but no, there's nowhere I can find that will, there's nowhere else. So it's either on the car, not, or off the side. So that's a little unfortunate, but, you know, it's, you know, it's not the only one to do this, but, you know, it's a little disappointing. But hey, it's a decent little car. And I do like the transformation, though it's, you know, not nightmarish or really, you know, things are banging into each other. Because the thing, Sideburn is, you know, got that reputation of being a terrible transformation. Honestly, he's not that bad. It's just kind of things bang into each other until they don't type of thing. But yeah. Overall, it transforms well. And, you know, I like the robot mode. I like the car for the most part. I think it's a little weird how the wheels just kind of stick out like that, which I'm hoping with Sideburn they make it a little wider or something, or do something about that. So we'll see. That's alt mode. So we'll go ahead and do some comparisons real quick. Again, here's a Robots in Disguise Sideburn, or actually Car Robots Speedbreaker, I should say. Yeah, you can see bigger car, you know, more Viper-esque, all that stuff. This is actually heavier. That's the interesting thing. This is a heavier. Yes, Shadow Striker is heavier, for sure. But yeah. It's just kind of interesting that. So yeah, you can see the differences. Yeah. And of course, here's Earthrise Optimus. There you go. So, yeah. That's Shadow Striker. The only new mold of the wave, completely new mold of the wave for, yeah, the deluxes anyway. And overall, I do like her for the most part. She's kind of got some weird looking shoulders because of how far back they are, and the front of the car looks a little weird as well. And unfortunately, the weapon can't be stored anywhere besides the roof. But other than that, And yeah, for some people, the parts forming rear bumper is going to upset people, but that is accurate to the original. So yeah, I like it. I do generally like her, and I'm almost certain that I'm going to buy the Sideburn whenever that comes out, because that's almost a guarantee at this point. If they went this far for Cyberverse like this, they're almost certainly going to do Sideburn as well. So I generally like her, and I think she's a good mold overall. So I say pick her up. So that's it for this one. I'll be found informative and entertaining. Hope that comment and subscribe. Check out my social media. It's in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.